Hello, everyone. My goodness. Oh my goodness. So we're letting everybody get here. So um because the announcement I just got on my phone, so that's good. But and there's okay, so Richard Milord, the Stashless, was first, Longman Tarot, and then Deanne, Blue Crescent Tarot. And then Sandra, Whispering Well. And oh, Jennifer Ball's Witch House is here.
I am.
Yes. And we have Simon is here, the Hermit's Cave. Hello.
Hello, my love.
Jackie Jacaranda is here. Hello.
Woohoo.
Simon, the Hermit's Cave. Robin, Toadstool Tarot. Have you seen Robin's latest videos that he's been doing?
I have not.
They're really good. It's short readings and it really quite good. So
I'll
just wonderful.
I will pop over there. I'm horrible. I'm so behind on my video watching. I do the best I can, hopping around between all my friends.
Yeah. Jen's here. Jen Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation.
My Dharma sister Hen.
Yay.
Hello, lovely.
Regina Tarot. Hello. So it was
everybody's coming in.
Yeah, everybody's coming in, and I think I saw a lot of us in the live with Jonathan Daly and Zane. So, and I'll give a plug for the channel. Coming up here on April 20th, I believe, I have an interview with Zane and Chandler about creating a tarot deck, creating your own deck, which works beautifully with what we're talking about. And Richard said, I just noticed that I have a spanner. Am I a mod, Gerald?
If
yes.
you have a spanner, you are a mod.
Yes, and apparently you can do lots of things. Like Jen wanted to be a mod so that she could cuss. So
yes.
I was just shocked. I couldn't believe that. I mean, Jen cuss. It's like that's the same thing as saying it's like Jamie would be cussing. I don't get it. So it's just completely foreign to me. So well, I reached out to Jenna. Was it about a month ago? When I
it was
Facebook, because I'm trying to do a consistent live at 3:30 Eastern on Tuesdays. Do some lives and interview and chat with people. And the thing I notice about your channel, and I love it, is your sheer excitement about getting a new deck, especially one where it is a it's a Kickstarter, it's a crowd-funded deck. So and that's just amazing. And I thought, let's just have Jenna on and do that. Chris is here. Hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So, and before we went live, Jenna and I were chatting, and I wanted to share thank you for Jenna being the first person to do a VR to the hashtag working towards well-being. It was really lovely. So it's in the playlist, but people have seen your video and then they have gone to the original video and they have made some responses to it. So it's just lovely. So I thank you for that. I thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I think that's great. It was a wonderful topic, and it's a great thing that you brought to the community to discuss.
Uh,
So yeah.
Thank you. And Robin has called me king of the card holders. Well, I am certain that people are here to find out about your love for um, decks and things like that. So, um, first of all, give us a little bit of your background. How long have you been doing tarot and such?
Well, I actually started doing tarot back in the 80s for a few years. So I started back in the 80s, and then sometimes life just gets in the way.
Yeah.
And I ended up coming back into it in maybe 2016.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 2016 or 2017.
Okay. And did you keep all of your decks, or did you get rid of them and you had to start collecting again?
Well, I ended up getting rid of quite a few decks, um, just by happenstance, I guess. You lose them, they move around.
Mhm.
One of my cats got to a couple of them. Um, yeah, there's one deck I did manage to salvage,
Okay.
and that is the original Enchanted Tarot by Amy Zerner and Monty Farber.
Yes.
So I managed to save the original cards in the deck and the book.
Yes.
I don't have the box, but I've got the cards in the book.
Yes. Actually, that one is sitting here because I'm going to be doing Tarot Stash is going to be doing a flip through of that one. So,
Nice.
yeah,
It's a beautiful deck. It's
it really is.
gorgeous.
It really
Mm-hmm.
is. And have you seen the Enchanted Lovers? This is by them as well. And stay tuned. There'll be a video on that.
Okay.
There'll be a flip through on that. So, Nancy is here from Paper Moon Tarot.
Hi, Nancy.
So, Nancy, Jen, Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation.
Yes, our lovely hen. And I just saw Kristen Louise.
Kristen Louise.
Yes.
Hello. Kristen Louise is on next week's live at 3:30, where we're talking
Excellent.
about the Empress card.
Yay. From the Empress herself. I love it.
Yes, yes. So, all right. So, if you have questions in the chat, please, please ask them. We'll do our best to answer them and follow them. So, okay, Jenna, what do you look for in an indie deck?
Um, the first thing that it has to attract me is the art,
Okay.
because I really do consider every card is like a work of art. I mean, somebody created this out of thin air,
Yeah.
like, and some people do oil paintings or watercolor paintings, or, it can be digital artwork or collage. There's so many types of media that can be used to
Mm-hmm.
create these beautiful cards. So I always look at the artwork first. And then from there, I read the story of how the deck came to life.
Okay.
And I guess that's got to hit me in the right way. And then, of course, the final details are what kind of cardstock they're using and what kind of book and box and guidebook for the price that they're charging.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So I appreciate that. I actually have a
mm,
bachelor's in fine arts, and I appreciate the idea that you value the process that an artist goes through. Um, a little bit of sharing, and then we'll get back on topic. It was part of the work that I did that I took notes on what generated the idea for a piece of art. I journaled about it. I put sketches, and the few pieces that I sold, I actually gave that to the person who purchased the deck, as a way to help them understand the depth and what went into it. So,
Right, exactly,
so
exactly. The more information that an artist puts in the book about the creation of the cards, I think really increases the value of the deck.
yeah, I agree. Oh, we have our first question. Robin, how do you maintain patience during Kickstarter?
So I got to admit, in the beginning of my Kickstarter days, it was really hard because I'm a Leo. I'm very impatient. I want what I want and I want it now.
Hmm.
Um, but I soon realized if I was going this route that that wasn't going to happen. So I started making a habit of backing decks and forgetting about them.
Hmm. Right.
So I would keep an eye on the deck until the campaign ended and the funds were taken, and then after that I wouldn't pay any attention. um and you occasionally get updates in emails about
Hmm.
what's going on, so those would kind of keep me informed. But yeah, no, my surprise always comes at when I go to the mailbox. It's like, oh, which one is this? you
Yeah.
know
Hmm.
It's a surprise package every time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And it's interesting because this year in particular, um, 2020 and 2021, because of the pandemic and the impact of that, things just took longer than they normally would have.
absolutely. Yep.
So
And I saw a lot of people lose patience um, over that. And I got to tell you, Kickstarter is kind of like you're playing stocks on Wall Street,
hmm,
because a lot of the decks you're backing aren't even completed.
yeah,
People are putting up a few cards to give you a taste of the deck, but rarely do they show you the whole entire deck.
hmm, yeah,
So, you're putting your faith that that project is going to be completed at some point,
yes,
you know.
yeah. And that's one thing, that I haven't backed a whole lot of Kickstarter decks. I've done a few, um, but I want to see all of the cards. If it worries me a little bit if the deck hasn't been created. It's sort of like, maybe it'll happen, but that's just my worry. That's just my worry. So
Yeah, I can tell you I have backed over 150 decks. And
okay, let's just have everyone have a collective gasp. Wow. Wow. Okay, on Kickstarter or
yeah,
Kickstarter
that's
and
on Kickstarter alone.
man, I can't. You must be scrolling to see to see your history. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And so I can tell you that I have not had a single incident where I have not received what I paid for.
Okay. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good. Have there been Kickstarters where you really, really, really wished it it didn't get funded and you're very disappointed? So
Oh yeah, there have been a couple of decks like that
okay.
where, yeah,
So
yeah. But then I keep up with the creators because I tell them, hey, you're not the first who's had this happen. Often Kickstarters, if it's not, sometimes it can be just the time of year. And well, I'll tell you about a recent incident. So, one of my favorite decks coming out is the Mystic Gnome Tarot.
Okay.
Now, when they initially put the Mystic Gnome Tarot up, it had words underneath for both the upright and reversed positions.
Mm-hmm.
And so the deck didn't get funded. But people, super backers, were continuing to talk to the creator.
Oh, okay.
And the Mystic Gnome Tarot just went back up on Kickstarter. And now she's offering an option without the words.
Oh, okay. So
And
Mystic Gnome.
Mystic Gnome Tarot, yes. And it's so cute. It's so cute, these little gnomies. I love them.
Wow.
So, yes, they're so cute and they're magical and everything. But now that she's offered the option without the words, she is getting much more response to the deck.
Okay, that's good. That's
Mm-hmm.
good. And I think, and I just have to say, it's wonderful that you, in your kindness, will continue to engage the artist and support them, because I can't even imagine creating a piece of artwork which has got a piece of my soul in it, and then putting it out there for the world to criticize, to value, and then that disappointment. So it's like,
Right, right.
yeah,
And usually it's very small things that especially somebody that is a first time deck creators.
yes,
You know, I mean, you have your seasoned pros like Travis McHenry. Man, he has got it down pat. He knows exactly what to do to sell his decks. And
yeah,
he's got some quality stuff.
that's good. That's
Yeah.
good. So Jackie said, I still have not started the
The
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter habit.
The habit. I get that, and I know some people, they've started it and then they've stopped.
Yeah.
Um, and I think part of that really is, it's just what's your comfort level with how many decks you're getting, and you're willing to, you know.
Well, I think the biggest blockage, honestly, to most of the people I see that are bitching and complaining is the waiting.
Mhm. Yeah,
And it's like, folks, you gotta understand here that this isn't, these people are not corporations.
yeah,
They're individuals, with lives of their own, and most of them have jobs outside of
true.
doing this. And so you got to cut some folks some slack here.
Yeah. So, Robin, did you ever have a Kickstarter delivered so late that you forgot you ordered it?
No, I've always remembered that I've ordered it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Um, all right. So I'm just going through. Um,
Yeah, I'm looking.
yeah.
Oh, Kristen. She
Regina's,
bagged a couple. She bagged a couple, and then she chickened out and canceled them.
aw. Regina's, she just started her Kickstarter journey
Yeah.
this year.
The thing you have to realize is you have to two things about any kind of crowdfunding deck. One, patience. You have to have a lot of patience to
Okay.
wait for the deck, because some decks are actually not promised until a year from the time you've backed them.
Yes. Hmm.
The second thing you have to think about in crowdfunding is, are you willing to lose that money if for some reason the deck is not produced? And
Yeah.
again, I liken it to playing the stock market. Don't put your money in the market if you aren't willing to lose it,
Right.
because it's a real possibility that, circumstances may arise that this person um, would, is never going to make this deck for whatever reason. It's just not going to happen. And they can't refund you the money.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
you're out. So you have to realize you got to be willing to lose it.
Wisdom from Jenna. I have a feeling I'm going to be doing this a lot. Wisdom from Jenna. So Nancy asked, have you ever had a Kickstarter deck become super valuable over time?
Oh, I certainly have. And it's probably one of the most controversial decks on the market.
Okay, which one?
The Bone Stone and Earthflesh Tarot.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And not only do I have one copy, I have two.
From the Kickstarter campaign?
No, she didn't do
Oh,
Kickstarter.
from the artist website?
Yes, from the artist. From the
Wow.
artist.
Yeah.
Yep.
I manifested a copy of that for a fair bit of money last year. So, and I think there was an update. I don't think it's going to be mass produced, or there's going to have to be significant adjustments to it.
So here's the deal. The Bone Stone and Earthflesh, as it was originally produced, is indeed a one of a kind deck.
Okay.
So if she does a second edition, there will be different cards. It is not going to be the same cards from
Yeah.
the original printing. That is always going to be a one of a kind, because that's what she wanted to begin with.
Okay.
She wanted a one of a kind deck.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I'm getting caught up on the chat, and people, when you said you've backed 150 decks on Kickstarter, right?
Right.
Here are the responses. Wow. Whoa. I would have guessed more. Wow. And Deanne's like,
Not
okay, not
counting
counting
Indiegogo. No,
Indiegogo.
Deanne, that would add probably another 25 maybe on Indie if I added Indiegogo.
Okay, so just 25.
Yeah.
Okay. And Deanne said it's nice to you reach out that way. Options are a good thing. Naomi is here. Hello, Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
Glad to have you here. Pop your questions in as you like.
Yep.
Okay, Kristen Louise Tarot. I tried to back a couple, but then chickened out and canceled the backing.
Yep.
Well,
you are way far back in the chat, Gerald.
I am. Okay. Oh my God. Richard's like, I love a Kickstarter. Patrice, hello, Patrice. Say hi to your wife, Vernetta, if I remember. So
that's my girl, Patrice, my super backer.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm super backer of Kickstarter because I enjoy being part of the creation. So, Patrice said, occasionally I'm disappointed. Okay, so, all right. Deanne asked, what was your first Kickstarter?
Oh, hell.
Do you remember that long ago? I mean,
No, I have absolutely no clue what my first Kickstarter was.
Okay.
But I can certainly find out and maybe post it later.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Good question, Deanne. Good question.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Okay. So, how do you find out about upcoming decks or witchy things?
So I do like Patrice does. Patrice just said that she goes to Kickstarter about twice a day. I usually do it. Yeah, I guess I do it about twice a day or
Mm-hmm.
every other day. I go and check Kickstarter to see what new decks are coming up.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't check Indiegogo as often because they don't have um, the same I guess kind of traffic that
Okay.
uh, Kickstarter has.
Yeah, Kickstarter seems to have the setup of the corner of the market. It's easy to use. They have requirements and that. So
The other thing that I like about Kickstarter is that if a project is not funded, they don't take your money. But if you go to Indiegogo and you back a campaign on Indiegogo, they take your money right away. And
eh,
then if the campaign does not meet its goals, they refund you the money.
okay. Hmm. Duly
So
noted.
that's something to think about as well when you're shopping.
Duly noted. Yeah. So Nancy said my first was Oak, Ash, and Thorn.
Yay, Nancy. That's a gorgeous deck.
Um,
Loved it.
yeah. What Kickstarter are you most excited for currently?
Ooh. Okay. So I got to tell you, I am very excited for our Malamir's um, Chakra Healing Tarot.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. I got to tell you, my favorite used to be Tori Hartman, I think her name is,
Okay.
but she kind of went off the deep end with the politics, and now I'm not so sure about her decks anymore. So
Okay. Yeah.
I was very happy to see Malamir's deck because there are not very many chakra decks out there that are tarot. A lot of them are
Yeah.
oracle, but they're not tarot related.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing I'm really excited about for the chakra healing is it's RWS ish, but it's going to
yes,
help me have a bridge to understand another layer of how to connect with the card. And she is Malamir is, she did a lot of interviews, and Sandra did a walkthrough of it. She got a prototype. She was on with Chris, Elemental Cardomancy. She was on with Lipsa Papez. And it's just, it's so, first of all, the excitement about the deck and the artist excitement about it is just makes me happy.
hmm
Um, so, so I am excited about that one too. Yeah.
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 And I have to admit, because I review these self-published independent Kickstarter type decks, that I love it when my friends do things like get a prototype, Sandra, but I won't watch the video until I get my own deck because I like being surprised.
Okay. Okay.
So when I see a Kickstarter and I get to see, a fair amount of the cards, that gets me excited for the deck. But then I want the rest of the deck to be a revelation to me and
Mm,
get that personal connection with it myself. And then I always go back and watch my friends' videos to see how they felt when they opened it.
okay. That's great. That's great. Debbie Aquarius House said backed my first Kickstarter last summer and still waiting. Ugh.
Which deck was it?
Yeah,
Can
which
you
deck?
tell me which deck it was?
So, um, okay. Naomi had a question. What do you feel is maybe missing from your collection? What do you feel
There
maybe missing from your collection? I mean, you only have 170, independently produced decks. I mean, what's missing?
I actually probably have more than that. because I do find people through Instagram and Facebook who are producing their own decks through their own private websites.
Right. Yeah.
So I have many more.
Okay. Well, and I'm not calling, please don't feel like I'm calling you out on this at all. I am a
Oh
huge,
God, no.
and trust me, and I probably have, I like to purchase artwork, and I like to purchase artwork from the artist. And I go to these arts festivals and things of that nature. And I want to talk to the artist. I want to shake the artist hand. I want to hand them my money. And I'm, casually looking around. Within my site, I can probably see about 30 original pieces of artwork hanging on my walls in just these two rooms. So it's really important. So
Yeah, I get it. I am terrible with hanging pictures. So I'm finally getting to a point in the witch house where I'm going to get a girlfriend of mine who's got a great interior decorating eye, so she can help put
yeah,
up all my artwork as well, because I do the same thing. I buy art, and yeah.
yeah. I buy art, and I like the salon style, where there's like 5 or 6 paintings on the wall. you know,
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm
Like
like,
panel
it's
art.
yeah. I'm
The
just,
panel art.
yeah. You don't, very rarely does one wall deserve just one piece of accessory. I mean, it's jewelry in my mind. So, um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So Patrice said that Instagram is good. I just got on Instagram, so I'm learning that. I can't figure out how to post these videos on Instagram, and I'm like, when I should know how to do this. Naomi backed the chakra tarot. Uh,
Excellent.
Chat just jumped. Yes, shout out to Malamir. Yep, yep.
Um, Deanne had another question.
Is that did I pass that? Oh, I did. Hold on, hold on.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for currently?
So currently, I'm really excited about this new deck that's called the Puzzle Tarot.
Puzzle. Okay.
Puzzle, Pazzol Tarot. And what it is this person wanted to create a deck that would really be inclusive of
Mm-hmm.
whether, male, female, binary, non binary, trans, whatever you are. He wanted to make this deck. And what he brought it down to was bones.
Bones?
Bones. We all have bones. They're all the same damn bones, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
We're all built the same. Everybody's got
Oh,
elbows
that's
and
true. Yeah.
arms and legs, and our skeleton structure is all the same. There is no difference. And
Is
I thought that was fantastic. And
is that still active, or did it
it is. That
okay.
is still an active Kickstarter. Yes.
And
Yes.
spell that again for me, because I'm going to post it in the chat.
Okay, it's Pazzol.
Pazzol.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
You're welcome. And of course, you all know I love the creepy things, so the bones kind of helped me as well.
I love it. Great things, there you go. I love the creepy things. So, all right. So, um, I don't remember what Sandra is supporting you, but great, awesome.
Uh,
Can I shout out a Kickstarter that is fully funded and has 8 days left? The creator has already completed one deck, and and this is the second. And the short answer is yes, Deanne. And the long answer is
is that
yes, Deanne. And you can actually post the link because you have the spanner.
so? She wouldn't happen to be talking about the Sacred Bee Oracle.
What?
The
What?
sacred, yes,
What?
the creator of the Sacred Bee
Crap.
Tarot has on Kickstarter the Sacred Bee Oracle. Get
I'm
it
I'm
while
making
it's hot.
I'm making notes, people. Sacred Bee Oracle. Okay. Wow. I mean, we're gonna get Jenna made me do it or something like that. So okay. And
Oh, thank you, Patrice.
yeah, okay, so all right. I'm trying to jump in and
So,
tell,
mhm.
Jenna, we love to see your surprise. It's so fun to watch you open it up. I mean, really. I mean, I'm sure that people started following you long before they, follow me, but I adore waking up in the morning and spending my morning doing my morning routine watching you. Oh, by the way, incoming praise your direction. So be careful, get ready, gird your
Okay.
loins. I just love that excitement about the topic, and it's genuine. It's like, oh, I'm not sure how I feel about that, and it's honest. But then you're like going, oh my god, look at this cardstock. It's great. I love this. Oh, this is so wonderful. I really connect with this. Thank you for that. Keep doing it, and I'm sure thumbs up and all that stuff. People in the chat. So Patrice, I agree with you. It's like it's
Aw,
awesome. It's awesome. So it's
thank you so much. Thank you so much. When I started my YouTube channel, my style has always been off the cuff, straight to the point. And that's why I like unboxing these decks, because you're seeing my honest to goodness reaction,
Mhm.
you know? And I don't do any editing. So what you see is literally full on me opening this deck, you know?
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Yeah. 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 I'm shoot from the hip sort of guy. I don't like to edit. And let's just it's the ramble. So Patrice loves being a tarot collector, and I love supporting artists. Yes. Sandra is waiting for the Northern Animal Tarot.
I didn't back that one.
You didn't back it?
No, I didn't
Well,
back that. That's the tarot that has to do with the animals of Alaska. And
okay.
I personally did not feel a connection there. I didn't feel a heart connection. So, um, yeah, so I did not back that deck.
Yeah. And see, and you just shared another thing that you look for is you need to feel that draw, that connection, that immediate response. And I think for me, I need to have a response to it, a heart connection, but and because sometimes I see a deck and I'm like going, no. But then sometimes I see a deck and I'm drawn to it, but I just like, there is something about this that just sort of is weird. And I don't know if I need to pay attention to this and to look at it more. Maybe it's bringing something up that I could explore. And I have done that. I've backed decks where I'm like going, boy, my heart is thumping hard for all of the right reasons because it's unknown. It's not something that I know with.
Right, right, right.
So, um, okay. Richie, excuse me, Milord,
Oh,
Richard, the stash list is back 7 Kickstarters at the moment. How did that happen? Well, I would imagine you watched Jenna's videos. You may have watched Elemental Cartomancy, The Hermit
Oops.
Cave. These are all great places for this.
Oops.
So, yeah, you know, Deanne's at 6.
Okay.
Sandra's only 1. So, yes.
Oh, I did see the transient light.
Okay. Thank you, Richard and Deanne, for posting links. Transient light.
Thank you, Nancy. So the
So,
transient light. Yeah, I saw the deck, but you know what? I didn't like the art.
mm,
So it's a deck I did not back. Yeah.
okay.
Yep. That's nice to know that he's a good man, Deanne.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just did not connect with his artwork. And sometimes that happens, obviously. It's just not my style of artwork.
Yeah. Okay. One of the best videos is the haunted mansion for a great response. Oh, from you. Your great mansions. Were you looking at that and you unboxed it and you were and yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Dark Mansion Tarot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hmm.
That deck is still like right up there with like 1, 2, and 3. So yeah.
Justin Mike
Hi,
here.
Justin.
Hey, Justin. Jackie loves your walkthroughs.
Thank you.
So one of the first of your videos I watched was Dark Mansion's unboxing. It felt I felt compelled to have that deck. Yep.
I
So
think it's fabulous. I think everybody should have that deck. That deck is absolutely incredible.
I do not have that deck. I know.
Sacrilege.
All right, people. Wisdom from Jenna. Write it down.
If you love the style of Tim Burton,
Mm-hmm.
then you need to have this deck.
Okay. I may not need it then because
Okay.
I appreciate Tim Burton, but not necessarily that. Jen wants to know what was the gnome deck called again?
It's called Mystic Gnome.
Okay. I'm also writing that down. I watched Richard's Longman Tarot. Oh God, what was the name of it, Richard? Linescape walkthrough from yesterday or this
Mm-hmm.
morning, and I now have that in my cart in Etsy because I'm like going. It's there's something about the connection for. Have you seen that deck? Have you?
I have seen the deck, and you know what? It's too much white.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I am usually drawn to. I have very, very, very few. I think like maybe 2 black and white decks.
Hmm. Okay. Well, but
Yeah.
okay. No, you may be thinking of the one that Jamie used Sunday.
Yeah.
No,
Isn't
this
that
is
it,
the
the
no.
Linescape?
This is the Linescape is a different one. It's sort of like
Oh,
if you were to Richard, can you put a link to your video in that?
hi, Angela.
Angela's here.
Yay.
So, Angela, that's
Oh, Nancy, I'll have to go over and check out your channel.
Linescape is the one that Richard did.
Okay,
And
I haven't seen. Usually, I watch Richard's videos, but I
yeah,
haven't made it to that one yet. So,
it mostly drawn with a single line, the white images, but it's on a background that is sort of a flat, and it reminds me of, oh, I have so many, what you're seeing is me looking around going, where is that deck? Um, the the Stephen Bright, uh,
oh, the Spirit Within tarot.
yeah, the Spirit Within. So it's sort of like that background, but then there's the line on it, which is one of those things that it's like, okay, there's something really
Oh,
interesting about this for me. So
okay, then I need to check that one out. I definitely need to check that one out. Yeah, the one that Jamie had, I didn't care for. There was just I can't do black and white decks. I
yeah,
need color. I'm a colorful person, therefore I need color. So,
you're a
yeah.
colorful person.
I'm a colorful person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nancy just got the new Immortals and did a review, and then enjoyed your review. You taught me some things that I missed, and Paper Moon Tarot has got a great channel. Go subscribe. I also watched that this morning, and I'm like, going, ooh, that's
I'm going to
really a
head
nice.
over. I will be heading over to Nancy's channel right after this to
Yeah,
subscribe
and
too.
I like collage decks, because I did some collage in college, and I do art, quilting. So what's more art quilting than layering pieces of fabric and sewing them together?
Yeah, right, right. I love it. I absolutely love it.
So
Yep.
um, okay, Ginger Faye's here. Hello, Ginger. Um,
Hi, Ginger.
and Angela just received her new Immortals. Um, but I like it, but I'm not impressed with the miners. Well,
Mm,
okay. So, oh,
I
thank you,
get
Jen.
you. I get you.
Thank you, Jen. So, okay. So I've only written down 3 decks that I need to look at: Sacred Bee Oracle, Dark Mansions Tarot, and Mystic Gnome. So that's pretty
Mm-hmm.
good. But okay. So which item or which deck were you not sure of when you backed it, but surprised you when it arrived?
I don't think um surprised me in a good way. I haven't had any decks like that at all. I'm usually I have been, I don't know if I got a sixth sense or I'm just freaking lucky. But yeah, every deck I have backed has come out pretty good. With
Okay.
the exception of I did find one for you that I felt was a disappointment.
And what was that disappointment, may I ask? Oh, she's
That
show and
disappointment
tell.
was this deck right here, which is the Magic K
I'm gonna embiggen you.
Demonibus. Magic K Demonibus.
Okay.
Yeah, this one I was really kind of disappointed in. Now the card stock in this deck is freaking fabulous. I mean, it's linen card stock. It's
Uh-huh.
awesome. And it's got demons on every card, which is
Okay.
great, you know? But it the guidebook doesn't tell you anything about the demons.
Oh.
He just chose what he thought, and their RWS meanings. So you kind of have to rely on what you already know from RWS, because if you look at a demon, you're not going to, unless you're intimately familiar with demons,
Uh-huh.
um, you're not going to know how this particular demon fits into the King of Wands.
Oh, okay. I see. So it's really
So,
missing that guidebook and helping you link the image to the deck, to the card.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Hi,
So this was
Satna.
a little bit of a disappointment. I mean, I still use the deck because, I mean, linen cardstock, and it shuffles like amazing. It'll be a durable deck. I still like it. Obviously, it's got demons all over it. Why not?
Mhm.
But yeah, for somebody who wants more information about the demons and stuff,
Yeah.
that was kind of a bummer for me.
Robin says, Jenna, if your predictive talents are that good, I want to. So
That's kind of funny. That's actually really funny because when my Andy was alive, uh, when he moved out here to California from Ohio, and so he
I'm
used
in
to go to the
Ohio. Oh,
racetrack with his family all the time. He was from Elyria.
mm, okay.
So they used to go to the racetrack, and so when he came out here, I thought, oh, I'll take him to Del Mar because that's a fancy schmancy uppity buppity, racetrack. So we went, and I have never been to the racetrack before. I don't particularly care for horse racing. I think it's cruel. But anyway, I didn't know how to place a bet. So he told me how to place a bet, and he sent me to the window, and I placed my bet. And well, actually, no, I placed my bet with him, and he went to the window. Then he came back and gave me my ticket. And I was like, yay, our horse won, our horse won. And he throws his ticket on the ground. And I'm like, what? We won because we bet on the same thing. Nope. Halfway to the window, he changed his mind.
Oh my.
And I went
Naomi,
home with $80.
there you go. You paid for dinner.
Let's
Um,
go, Robin.
Naomi wants to know, is this the shit deck, Jenna?
No, that is not.
Okay. Now, briefly bring everybody along. What's the shit deck?
Okay, so the shit deck was there everybody was talking about this deck. And I think it was the cosmic tarot that people were talking about. And I got the wrong one. I went to Game Crafter, and they had a cosmic tarot,
Oh.
and I was so excited, and I opened it, and I started showing the cards, and then I was like, this is blurry. The lines are blurred. What? The color is
Oh.
off. And honest to God, that was my shortest tarot review ever, because I was like, okay, folks, this is shit. Straight up. I was like, straight up, this is crap. Do not buy this deck. This is awful. This is horrible. It's
Wow.
terrible. Yes.
Okay,
So,
so yeah, Deanne has a question. If you were to make a deck, what would it be?
oh boy. You know what would really be a fun matchup? Demons and chakras.
Very interesting. You heard it here first. Demons and chakras.
Demons and chakras. That would be a fun deck,
Wow.
because that would definitely be the light and the dark together for sure.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I will. You know what? I'll provide the link to Gerald to the shit review if you guys want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Demons Chakra
Chakra tarot.
Tarot. There you go.
Yep.
Kristen Louise just got a shit deck. She did a review of it, but then made it private because the artist, I believe, is going to make right with it. So that's
Oh,
a
that's nice. I was very sad to hear about that. I
yeah,
saw Kristen's post in the Hermit's Cave, and I was very sad to hear about that because I heard it was a really good deck. So I'm
yeah.
glad that the artist kind of changed her mind about
Yeah.
that. Um,
Nancy,
yeah, I
go ahead.
here's one thing I think that um, a lot of tarot creators are now aware of that they weren't before, and that is the power is with the people. If
Yeah,
we tell folks you're shady, you won't ever sell
yeah,
another deck.
yep, yep,
That's all there is to it.
yeah, yeah,
And we actually collectively, as the tarot community, have actually had influence with major publishing houses to upgrade their game,
wow, okay.
getting better card stock. That's how the magnetic boxes came along.
Oh, that's interesting.
That this is all things that are going back to the publishing houses of people who are buying these decks. Now Llewellyn has stepped up with the magnetic boxes. We just got to keep shouting them out to get better card stock.
Yeah,
That's the only thing they're lacking.
yeah, okay, okay,
Hi,
yeah,
Kathy.
yeah. And Patrice is like, and yes, this is a powerful community. I agree. I mean, and because let's face it, I would not have purchased as many decks as I did in 2020 without seeing TarotTube and reading, watching Facebook and some of the channels. And I think that's it. That's so true. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I really like it if an artist makes a mistake and they make it right. I mean, I that's the sort of artist I want to work with. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Gosh, which deck was it? Oh, there was one of the creators where and again, this is on Kickstarter as well. Super backers and other backers will go back to the creators and let them know if there's an issue with the deck that needs to be addressed. And all of the good creators are very communicative, with no, I'm going to keep it that way, or no, you make a good point. I'm going to make
Yeah,
this change.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah,
yeah.
those
So
are the ones that I will back their decks time and time again.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Constructive feedback is what's important. Um, so that you bring up a really interesting point. There are a couple of artists that you really you like their stuff. I mean, is there a couple? Tell us a couple of artists that you really, almost anything that they do, you're going to back.
Well, one of the ones I just got a deck from is Bobby Alexander.
Hmm.
Now Bobby's background is in comic books.
Oh
And
yes.
he's created several decks, and it's not his artwork. He's taken this artwork from things like vintage movie posters or vintage
Uh-huh.
comic books. But I love the way that he works that comic book art into the tarot.
Yes.
And he makes each tarot card really, where you can look at it and you can know this is like the Empress, or this is the Hierophant from looking at it. So any deck by Bobby Alexander, I readily back. And he as a matter of fact, I have ooh, sorry.
That's okay.
um I have one of his decks right here.
Sip,
His
sip,
decks do
everybody.
come in just a plain tuck box, but that's how he can keep them so cheap. But the card stock is fabulous. This is the Golden Age of Romance
I'm going to
tarot.
embiggen you Go ahead.
Yes, this is the golden age of romance tarot. And I mean, look, here's the tower, and he's saving her from mass destruction.
And you did a recent walkthrough of this, a flip through.
I did do a recent walkthrough of this deck. Yep.
Yeah.
So Bobby Alexander is definitely one. I will back every single one of his decks. Of course, the lovely Travis McHenry, who is just an amazing occultist. Yeah, so anything he's got. Right now, he's got a deck of demon playing cards out on Kickstarter.
Okay.
I didn't back those because I'm not, I don't play a lot of cards these days.
Oh, yeah. Kathy Kerr has a question. Did you back Cthulhu H.P. Lovecraft?
I did not, because I am not a Lovecraft fan.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
He's not one of my guys, so yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm loving the chat. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you. You guys are coming up with some great stuff.
Yes. What was the most recent deck that showed up? Like,
that was
I'm expecting that you got one today.
That was the most recent deck that showed up was the Golden Age of Tarot. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, also though, at the same time, now here's something. This is, and I also did a review of this deck on my channel, and so did Sandra on hers. But we both got the Lighthouse Tarot.
Oh.
And we found out about this deck in Tarot Marketplace. A woman was selling these decks that she had made, all with lighthouses in them.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's a fabulous deck. I mean, the card stock is wonderful, and it does come in just a plain tuck box, but that's what bags are for.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I absolutely love the sea theme and the lighthouses, and yeah, so that was the other latest deck that came in.
So you prefer Kickstarter over Indiegogo?
I do.
And you're stalking Instagram for artists who are posting pictures. What other tips do you have for people to find out about upcoming decks?
Well, on Facebook, Tarot Marketplace is a wonderful group to belong to find out about new decks for sure. So there's that, and then IG, Facebook, Indiegogo.
Okay.
Trying to think if I go anyplace else. No, really, that's about it.
That's good. And do you like on Instagram, what's your search term for that? Just tarot or tarot decks or new deck? How do you find,
I have well, you can not only can you follow people on Instagram, but you can also follow hashtags.
Oh, okay.
So you can look for hashtags like tarot cards, hashtag tarot cards.
Jen says, how to find out, just ask Jenna. Masha's here. Hello.
Yep. Hi, Masha.
And Deanne said there's contact on a particular one.
Oh, Words on a Whim for Lighthouse Tarot. Yes. Yeah. And I don't know how many decks she has left because she did a small print run. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Man, my brain is going at a million miles a second. I mean, it's just like, um, it's like, wow. So, there's, one of the other places that you can find out about upcoming decks is the Tarot Times with Simon, Becca, and Elle. They meet regularly and they do a video about upcoming decks and they review them. So,
Right, once a month. Once a
yeah,
month, right? Sandra does all the research
yeah,
for the Tarot Times, and yeah, Sandra's good. She knows how to find the decks that are coming out for
yeah.
sure.
Hmm.
Definitely the mass markets, because I have found some mass market decks. And yes, I do still buy mass market decks, not as many as I do independent decks, but there are some mass market decks that I have purchased.
Papa Squirrel also does stuff on upcoming decks.
He does. Brian just put out a video about upcoming decks for this month. I haven't watched his video yet, but yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
um, what questions do you have for me? I'm putting it on, putting you on the spot. Do you have any questions for me about indie
Anybody got
decks
any
or?
questions for Gerald?
No, I asked you. I don't want everybody else to
Oh,
ask me questions. I'm kidding.
okay. Me. Um, how many do you have any independently produced decks?
I do. I do. I have and I have the Cosmovisions, which are, the James R. Eads.
Yep.
I just received the Stardust Tarot dice.
Ooh.
So, and while I was backing that, there was also the opportunity to get the Starlight Tarot decks, and I got one that's a miniature one and one that's a regular size.
Very
Um,
nice.
yeah, thanks to Richard Longman Tarot, I backed the Broken Mirror Tarot version 4. That was a Kickstarter. So,
I remember. Yep, I
yeah.
remember that one. I did
Um,
not back that deck. That's great. Yeah, there was one campaign I backed, which was called the Publishing Goblins Oracle Dice.
okay.
And it comes with a huge, fantastic book, but I haven't managed to be able to work it into my schedule.
Yeah.
And it comes with 15 dice to it. And yeah, so I was excited to try that as a different form of divination.
Yeah. And I picked this up, the which is a devotional
Ooh,
about Hecate.
ooh,
So, and this is I'll do a walkthrough on this, and
wow,
I
that looks
mean
awesome.
it's a lovely silver edged book, and it's just like I saw it and I went, well, I need that because I need that. So
Well, if we're going to show off books, then I will show off my latest acquisition, which is the 10th anniversary edition of
ooh, look at that!
Look at that.
Wow.
Michelle Bellinger. She's awesome. And this is a thick and chunky book.
Yes, yes.
So, yes, I am excited for getting into that.
So Deanne says, I find some stuff in For the Love of Cards group on Facebook. Nancy, it's incredible to bask in the glow of Jenna's wisdom. I
You guys are all too kind. All
you
too,
know,
too kind.
I'm just like going, it's incredible. The excitement is it's actually pretty incredible. And I'm like going, well, I don't want to end, but as soon as I end, I'm going to go to Kickstarter and I'm going to be looking at these decks.
Gonna
So
find all these decks.
yeah. So
Yep.
And so, okay, so, Angela has the publishing goblins dice too.
Oh, yay! That's awesome. I'm excited to get to use them, but I got to find time. I'm just split 6 ways to Sunday. I've got so many things going on, you know. Um,
Yeah. So there you go.
oh.
Just in case you didn't realize that, Jackie. Boom. So, okay. Patrice just received Jonas, Giles 6, and
Oh,
Bender
I
Tarot
think it's
today.
called Honasa Haas.
Yes.
The J,
What she said.
yeah, it's pronounced Honasa Haas. The J, we Americans, you know, we butcher. We butcher
Yeah.
anything that is not in American English.
Yeah. Oh, when you put that book
So,
up about the demons,
ah.
Angela wants to know what page she's on. Oh my. Yeah. So
Uh,
we're just all sorts of fun. Um
yes, we are all sorts of fun.
and I one of the things that I appreciate is I appreciate going on Etsy and seeing decks that have they were on Kickstarter and now they're being published by the artist on in their own store. So I think
Correct.
I enjoy that too. So
Yeah.
that's how that's how I've gotten I think Darkness of Light and the Super Lunaris. So um and I got Mystic Masters from Danny Mystic that I need to do a flip through of. So,
Yeah, I haven't seen Danny's deck, so
oh, I will have to definitely do that. I will do that for you.
yes.
So, I have pre-ordered from Etsy because I missed it on the Kickstarter the Spread Machine and Oracle.
Yes.
Uh,
Yep.
so I'm that should show up sometime in June. I don't know what year, but it should show up in June. Um, so
Very good. Very
But
nice.
yeah, and
Yep.
I just got the Crystal Skulls Tarot.
Oh, Jesse's deck.
Yes.
Very nice.
So I'm looking forward to that. And um, I also got from Make Playing Cards. I like Make Playing Cards.
Yeah, Make
Um,
Playing Cards has some good stuff on it too.
yeah. And, I got the 5 Points Tarot.
Oh,
This is by Chandler, who is going to be on my channel with Zane to talk about deck creation. So I bought this and I bought the Oracle, the
oh
five
wow.
points Oracle. So,
I can't wait to see those because I haven't heard of those. I've got Zane's tarot.
uh-huh. Yeah. Do you have his
Yeah,
Oracle too?
I do not. I'm not I'm kind of waning on the Oracle side. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
mostly collecting tarot.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Um,
but I really enjoyed his tarot.
yeah. Yes, Angela, I did get all of them because I don't know how to you know, be, you know, I don't know how to be not over the top. So yeah, and I watched on Sadhana did a walkthrough of a new botanical or Botanica deck that she got, which was a Kickstarter, and it's now being distributed or released through through a different website. And I did purchase that one because the images were. It was one of those that it made my heart, thump, and I'm like,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
I need this, and
I know that feeling.
yeah, and I didn't buy the one that was $1,000 that came in a miniature um, glass house, or because I mean it was like, oh my goodness. So
I
Yeah,
think I know which deck you're talking about because I think I saw that myself on Kickstarter.
yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
like going, holy mackerel. Okay, that's some bling. So
Yeah, that was some bling. That's for sure. That
yeah,
is for sure. And
yeah,
yeah, when I back decks, I don't necessarily go for all the bling. Usually I am after the deck and the guidebook. I don't use spread cloths as a general rule.
yeah,
Um, I will carry one in my purse so if I'm out someplace I can use it. But most of the time I'm at home, so I don't use a spread cloth.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and
Um,
I'm not a pin collector. So, I don't forgetting the pins and the prints and yeah, yeah. I mean, I like it if they're extras.
mhm.
That's great. And I have, gathered so many of these things that I'm really hoping to get like a very large frame and take all of those extras and actually collage um, all of those things. Um,
Oh, that'll be nice.
yes. And I'll admit, I stole that from my friend Simon.
Yeah, yeah.
Simon has one. He has a smaller one. Well, it's pretty big. It's probably maybe 11 by 17 that he did from, quite a while ago. He's had it quite a while.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've garnered such a collection. I need to get a really big, big frame now.
Sure, sure. Well, there
Yeah.
you go. There you go. My goodness. Well, this has been so much fun. We've been on for an hour and 16 minutes.
Oh my goodness. Where did
So,
time go?
oh, it was so easy. It was so easy. You
And it
know,
was so much fun. Thanks
yeah,
everybody for being here. I
yeah.
love you guys so much. So, so
Oh,
much.
yeah. Well, everybody, thank you very much for joining us and sharing my excitement to have Jenna on. Her channel is linked in the description below, etc. So that is wonderful. Join me next week or next Tuesday at 3:30 for my conversation with Kristen Louise Tarot. And we've got some upcoming things. And then Justin Michael and I are doing something on the 13th. So, but
And
anyhow.
aren't you going live later today on somebody else's channel?
Well, yes, I am going live on Jen's channel, Jen's Science to Soul Tarot and Transformation, where we are actually going to be doing a video response to Paper Moon Tarot, Tarot on the Menu. So, and I'm actually hoping we can do tarot at the movies too because I have all of my stuff spread out and I'm ready. So, but so
See, this gives me even more incentive to get over to Nancy's channel and find out what's going on over there.
yeah. So, okay. So anyhow, gosh, everybody, yeah, Jackie was giving you oh my gosh. Okay, so there is just so much. This is awesome. So, but
Which Jen Hen just said she hasn't prepared for the live yet. So you better
that's
get
all
on
right.
it, girl.
Imagine. And Nancy is asking everybody to please do the tarot at movies. Um, and I'm ready. So I'm gonna do the tarot on the menu on the live, but I'll probably do it on my channel too. So but I love it. Jen's like, I haven't
Excellent.
even I'm not even ready for the first one. Well, it's all right. Wing it. Wing it. So all right, everybody. Thank you so very
uh,
much. And
thank
everybody
you
take care.
guys.
All right. Bye.